Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is about glorifying God. It's about giving thanks and just appreciating izinto uNkulunkulu ase angenzele zona so far. So as you've seen from the title of the video, today I'll be talking about or sharing my testimony on how I got into varsity. So guys, excuse my eyelashes, they're all over the place, they're just a mess. Today I wasn't actually feeling positive or anything like that, so I decided to read the Bible and just think of all the things that God has done for me and be grateful and uplift my spirit, which is why I'm doing this video. I mean, it wasn't planned, but here I am. It's something I wanted to talk about, but not like now. So how I got into varsity. So what had happened was, I applied when I was in grade 12. I applied to go to the University of Pretoria and I was accepted. I used my grade 11 report to apply and I didn't have a lot of points on that report, so I had to apply for something that didn't require like a higher APS score. So what I did was to apply for theology, which is studying to be a pastor. Then I was accepted, then I got the acceptance letter, then now I had to register. I didn't have money to register and I didn't know what you had to apply for a scholar and also apply for funding. So I didn't have funding because I didn't apply for NSFAS. So when January came and it was time to register, you know, they were sending emails and all of that, and I knew I didn't have money to register, so I just gave up nje endabeni yokuya ePitori. So I decided to go, okay, since vele isikolo ngingenaso the following year vele, I decided to take EWC, then ngizobona ukuthi applyela in EWC like abo engineering nje kanje, because I did sciences esikolweni. Okay, fine. Before that I had joined in high school. I had joined a group nyana, something nyana foundation nje, a youth managers foundation, and then esikolweni we were youth leaders. That's a story for another day, a story time, it's coming. So after joining that, apparently there were a list of 12 learners who were doing matric that they were going to help, and I wasn't aware of that list until the day slander ama results, ama statement wethu. And then there's this friend of mine, I'm so grateful to her, like, yo, if it wasn't for her she told me about the list of 12 students ne. So naye kushuthi she was on the list, but masekathola ama results wathola ukuthi ufeyile i-maths. So now yazi ukuthi i-maths ma uyifeyilile fana nokuthi unama subjects ayi-6 instead of 7. So and then we're passing a diploma. So I think she was disappointed, even though like we are passing yena, but she was disappointed and she felt good maybe she didn't qualify to be on that list. And then because mina I had passed, like imagine when you pass, you know, being totally bachelor's degree, so what to give me rather take my space on the list. Okay, fine. I contacted the chairperson with YMF, and then I told him, Guti, these are my results and so and so. Then what I should email them to him. Okay, fine. I emailed my results. Oh, even emailing them guys was a lot. Oh, I was it as for me to go to varsity. Fine, ngisogola ukuthola i-internet cafe, ngisogola ukuthola imishini ezoskena, ngisogola ukuthola idatha. Yo, like when I had to buy airtime emakuleni ngithola airtime ayikho njani. The one day where I need data the most, I tholakala airtime. Yeah, it was a lot. So I ended up being able to, I wasn't able to go to send the results that day, but I remember later on I did to mail my results, and then I forgot about it. Ngaqhubeka ngempilo yami, decide ukuthi let me go and register e-EWC, ngalungisa wonke ama-documents wami, ngacertify ama-affidavit, incwadi zasesasa, ukuthi umamami uhole isasa, she can afford to pay for my fees nani. Okay, ngayenza vele ngahamba ngafola line. I remember that day I was so depressed. I was so depressed. Like I wanted anything and anyone to blame for how my life is about to turn out, you know, ukuthi studying so hard and finding yourself also EWC, which later on I learned ukuthi there's nothing wrong with that. And even sometimes it's better to go to EWC than any other university or college. So bengiselayinini, feeling depressed, then sangena phakathi. Guys, I was like maybe the 5th person away from the front, and then I got this I got this message ukuthi, hi Zane, this is your student number, so you've been accepted at the Central University of Technology. And I'm like, what? Okay, ngathi never mind, you know, this could be like angenze ngithathe serious, this could go wrong, so rather I secure my space at EWC, then I explore lezi ezinye izinto. So in case this doesn't work out, because it seemed too good to be true, in case this doesn't work out, I am going to be sorted, yabo ngizoye EWC. Okay, fine, ngaqhubeka elayinini, and then mangiselayinini, like I was the 5th person from the front. Then telephone call, Zanele, please go to umem so and so esikolweni uzokuncedisa ukugcwalisa ama-form, then you need to fax them or email them back to the university. And yeah, and then after that ke uzolinda i-phone call ngizokutshela ukuthi when are you supposed to go to the school. And I'm like, what? Njani? Wait, I hope I'm not putting anyone in trouble la. Okay, fine, ngayenza ke, but it was ilezi zinto lezi ama-charity nani yabona ama-youth foundations that help abantu abasha nento ezikanjalo, so no one was doing anything illegal. Okay, fine, ngisuke vele elayinini, ngigibele ngibuyele ekasi ngesikolweni. Mangifika esikolweni, umem so and so is waiting for me vele, anginikeza ngiwathola ama-form from a friend of mine who was once featured on my channel uNomfundo. Ngithola ama-form kuye, ngiwagcwalise and all of that. So now, okay, fine, i-course engizoyenza i-B.Ed Natural Sciences. And I'm like, okay, as long as ngizothola qualification, ngithola umsebenzi, ngizoba right. Ngigcwalise vele ama-form and all of that. Okay, ngihambe ke. Okay, bese siyahamba nalo mem so and so nomunye mem siyo certify some of the documents that were not certified, and then see a internet cafe. Oh, and then we had to go to the bank. I remember, I think it was a Standard Bank, or was it, I think it was Standard Bank, between Standard Bank and FNB. We had to go and pay for application school application res. Then safika sapatala, that teacher paid for me. Oh, I owe that teacher my life. That teacher paid for my application. She paid for the 2 applications. And then Sahama Sa Internet Cafe, she paid for the everything, the amount that she had to pay, like an internet cafe, because to email every page, I think it was around 3 rand or 4 rand, and I had like around 50 pages that I had to scan and then email them. Then she paid, and then after that, I think wangibuyisa or wangifaka eTaxini, maranje between the 2. Then I came back home. When I came back home, I remember my mom was sweeping the yard. Ngiyangena ejardini, ngithi mama ngisitholile isikolo. Leso sikhathi leso ngiphume ngo-6 ekuseni endlini, ngumuntu oyoregister i-WC. Then I come back and tell her ngithole isikolo sise-Free State. And she's like, oh, okay. She didn't believe me. Free State leso sikhathi leso I've never been. I don't know anyone from there. So ngichecka i-map, our calendar endlini had this huge map of South Africa. So ngicheck i-map to trying to locate Bloemfontein ukuthi kuphi ke ngiyayibona. Ngithi so this is where I'm supposed to go. My mother didn't believe me. Isikhathi sahamba amalanga wahamba, then sathola vele information ukuthi ngelanga eliso kumele nihambe. And then ngaye esontweni I asked them for, like I told them ukuthi listen, I'm leaving, angina suitcase, like I don't have anything, so I need help. And then people offered Konbabang offered a suitcase, a big one that could fit everything that I needed. And then the teachers esikolweni, some of them gave me a cutlery. I remember this other one gave me 2 oranges. And then omunye wangipha i-100 ilokwa 50 rand ayi-2, I remember. Yo guys, yabona uNkulunkulu, yabona uNkulunkulu makayiplanile into for impilo yakho, makazi ukuthi at this appointed time this is what's going to happen in this child's life. Like he's going to move mountains to make sure that it happens. I had people I didn't know who were helping me. Yo, abothisha bengahlangani nabo. Lawo thisha engikhuluma ngabo abothisha bebayenza le ama subject e-commerce besingahlangani mina nabo, but they were able to sacrifice izinto zabo and give them to me. Like yo, I owe those teachers my life. And yeah, I think that's also why I take my career so seriously. I know Guti, my influence goes beyond the classroom. I know my influence goes beyond the content that I'm supposed to deliver according to a curriculum yesikolo. Like I mean a Department of Education. Like I know Guti, my job is way beyond that because it's something that I experienced myself. I had teachers who sacrificed abakhipha imali zabo, abakhipha i-cutlery yabo endlini and gave it to me, who sacrificed their time to make sure ukuthi izinto zingihambela. Yo guys, our teacher, I don't think we to appreciate them enough in our lives. And yo guys, yo angazi ukuthi nanifundiswa abantu abanjani, but and the thing is these are not teachers who taught me. Oh guys, anyway, that's what happened. And then banginceda again ngapheka ngahamba, and then we left, safika esikolweni, sathola ama-proof of registration, sahamba sayilungisa into zaseresi, sangena eresi. And that is how I went to university. That's how I got my degree. Well, obviously I studied and I passed and I got myself a Bazari Funza Lushaga, and the rest is history. But getting in there was definitely God. It was God. It was nothing but God. My mother didn't believe ngiyahamba until the day I left. Like until the day I left. I remember as well ngena esikoleni mashonisa aboleki 500. My brother gave me 700. Then I had 1.2. And then ngahamba. And I remember my mom telling me, I'm giving you every cent I have because I know ukuthi la uyakhona awuna sihlobo, awuna mngani. Money is going to have to be your mom. It's gonna have to be your dad. If izinto ziyabheda, I've given you enough money to come back home. Ungazitholi sohlala estradini, like any of those things. If akuhambanga kahle, please come back home. And yeah, mangifika laphayana kwahamba kahle. Of course bekhona ama-hiccups lapha nalapha, especially first year, but after that yonke into bese smooth, konke bese kuhamba kahle. And yeah, I studied, I passed, and I'm so thankful to God. And because I knew ukuthi ngifike kanjani laphayana, I knew ukuthi it was by God's grace. Of course ama-marks wami, yazini angifuna ukungasho ne, ama-marks wami qualified me for the course that I applied for. I qualified. in terms of APS score, nama marks wamaga metric, I did qualify and I did work for my degree. It's not like manje, hey, by God's grace I got into university and by some miracle I managed to pass and finish. No, I worked hard. I worked hard enough to a point where I managed to get myself a bursary. Is I worked hard and I made sure ukuthi angriassess in all of the 4 years that I spent in university, all of the 40 something subjects that I did, never did I write a reassessment, never did I even fail and then qualify for reassessment. No, it was either I passed or I failed, and I never failed. And not to say about failure, there's something wrong with them, but I'm just sharing my story. Never failed the subject, never reassessed any subject. Mina bangibhala exam ngiphase ngidlule, mangenza assignment bengenza assignment ngiphase ngidlule, mangenza test bengibhala test ngiphase ngidlule. And I managed to graduate in record time. I remember when I graduated from EB8 Natural Sciences, from our stream or our specialty, it was like 10 of us who graduated. And I remember mass register, I'm sure class university basing about 70 to 80 maybe. And by the time we graduated, it was only 10 of us. And that's when I saw ukuthi uNkulunkulu muhle, uNkulunkulu uthembekile, and I am grateful. I am so grateful to God. And now I am hoping that I get enough time, money, courage to further my studies and do honors, masters, and PhD. And then after that, I don't know, maybe I might go into nursing because that's my first love, but I'm scared of blood. Kids that get sick or abalimele, they give me anxiety, so I don't know if I can survive in that career. Yeah, so I thought this was about God and how He got me into varsity. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I love you. Thank you. You might as well subscribe.